It's a beautiful day in the crypto hood, a beautiful day for a fanboy. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a fanboy just like you. I've always wanted to live in a crypto hood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my fanboy? Hello, Crypto Knights. Welcome back to Crypto Comics, all you beautiful people in Webtown. I'm in a funky mood today because Dan Fraga, it's his signature right there. He uses the LGBTQ signature. But it wasn't that back then in the 90s when he did it. It was just awesome looking. It was psychedelic looking. It's really cool, really fun, really vibrant. That describes Dan Fraga in a nutshell. I'm excited because this is a comic book drawn by Dan Fraga. This is the Berzerkers #1. And I want to talk about the condition of this comic. Do you see this? Do you see this? I bought this comic book for 50 cents. So I don't really care about the condition as long as those two staples are right there. It doesn't bother me that there's some cracks in here. It doesn't matter because what are comic books for? They're for reading. They're for reading. They're not for collecting. They're for reading. Now, if you want to collect comic books, I think that's totally awesome. If you want to get them slabbed, I think that's fantastic. I love that there's a market for sequential art and great serial storytelling. But for me, personally, I'm in it to read it. I'm in it for the story, for the experience, for the adventure, for the excitement, for the mystery, for the suspense. And so I'm not worried about, the cracks in the spine because I paid 50 cents for it, I was stoked when I saw it in the back issue bin at my local comic shop. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have this one. I don't have any of these, which is, predominantly what we're going to go through here over the next couple of days is just the stuff that I consider more obscure in Rob Liefeld's history, projects that he was the creator of, but that he didn't necessarily write or draw. Comic books that allowed him to showcase the Extreme Studios talent he had discovered. And Dan Fraga is one of those men. So let's get into this first explosive issue of the Berzerkers. Now, you might remember the Berzerkers from their role in the first few issues of Youngblood. They were hanging out with Troll back then, if I'm not mistaken. They were hanging out with Troll, right? And this is one of those secondary teams that, probably most people don't even, I imagine most people don't even remember the Berzerkers. But we're going to go through it. It's written by Bo Smith, penciled by Dan Fraga. And I'm not gonna read the whole thing because, as any of you longtime watchers of Crypto Comics know, I read every comic before I do the review of it and, the read-throughs that I do. And if I find it to be, not at a level deserving of your attention, then I kind of skim through it and I just kind of hit the highlights and avoid the lowlights sometimes, unless those lowlights are so glaring that the young people, the young creators out there can learn from those poor examples. I think that's very, very important. People always want to know, how'd you do it? Well, most people did it by screwing up 1,000 times because you learn through your mistakes how to get better and you improve, just like every artist, when they start drawing, they're not good. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of time and a lot of studying talented people and also studying untalented people to a lesser degree. But really what you want to study is when talented people screw up and go wrong because some of the most important films you can watch and most important comics you can read are the ones where talented people screwed up because you can learn from that and you can say, man, I got to remember never to do that mistake. And you can learn from the mistakes they've made and the traps they've fallen into. And I'm not saying that about the Berzerkers, mind you. I'm not talking trash about this necessarily. It just it wasn't quite enough to get me all the way into it, even though I love Dan Fraga's art. Berzerkers, maximum freedom fighters in a battle with the all-dominating dictator of evil, Darkthorn. The best in fighters from across the universe join together to shove the final knife of justice into the back of Darkthorn's legion. Now don't ask me where in Youngblood continuity this takes place. I would have to actually read every issue of Youngblood and Team Youngblood over again to know for sure. But maybe they'll give us a hint. Maybe they'll slip it to us there somewhere. So let's go through the lineup though, because this is always great. Maybe you can see something in one of these Berzerkers that is the missing ingredient in a character that you're trying to create, young creators. Greylor, a massive powerhouse of strength and endurance, displays an incredible will to never give up. On his own planet, he is a great religious leader for a race of great warriors. It is their belief to protect the weak against the forces of Darkthorn's evil. He is a missionary for his people. That mission is to rid the universe of the defilers of right, and to do so with extreme prejudice. Greylor is mute. Teammate Psystorm can speak to him, mind to mind. That's cool. I like that he's mute. The thing that disappoints me about it is he's huge, because there tends to be this trope in comic books where the bigger a character is, kind of the dumber they are and the less they have to say. You know, obviously a trope started by the Incredible Hulk. And so I would prefer him to actually maybe be a different character who's smaller, rather than have the big guy be, you know, the strong silent type, right? This big dumb frickin' retard or something. No, that's not what I'm into, you know. Let's bounce over here. Psystorm. Psystorm is from the planet Pasav. Their race is known throughout the universe as the most beautiful and the most intellectual. Psystorm's mind powers have little boundaries. Although lacking super strength, she is possibly the most powerful member of the Berzerkers. Most are caught unaware by her beauty and good nature. She too is truly a warrior to be highly regarded. Hatchet. A warrior of incredible status and ability. Her past is covered in a mist of question. Her full background has yet to be fully unfolded. Her main weapon is her powerful battle axe, which she enjoys using on her opponents. Her axe was forged deep within the mountainous regions of decay. She has little tolerance for those unwilling to fight. I dig her. A chick with a mohawk, that's cool. I dig the way like all these look. They look very original. This does kind of, I mean, if we're really gonna be honest about it, right? It does kind of have like a Bad Rock with a helmet on sort of a vibe, doesn't it? Is that Bad Rock with a helmet? It might be. Cross. Not Cross Comics. Don't get confused. This isn't Rick Piper. It's not Cross Comics. It's just Cross. You can check out Cross Comics here on YouTube. And I recommend you do. I do. I recommend you do. You'll enjoy it. Cross. The hardline leader of the Berzerkers, the ultimate fighter in human form. No weapon made is a stranger to the hands and mind of Cross. Cross has the ability to take great pain and dish it out upon others. The first guy you want to see at your back in a fight. The last guy you want to see if you're on the wrong side. You know, I think I could read this even better if I just take some liberties with it. Cross, the hardline leader of the Berzerkers. Cross, the ultimate fighter in human form. Cross, no weapon made is a stranger to the hands and mind of. Cross, Cross has the ability to take great pain and dish it out upon others. Cross, the first guy you want to see at your back in a fight. Cross, the last guy you want to see if you're on the wrong side. Cross. Yeah, I feel better now. I feel like you guys really know who he is now. And if you agree, tell me in the comments below. And don't be afraid to hit that thumbs up right now before the video's even over. Wildmane. Who's actually, like, out of all the Wolverine ripoffs I have ever seen Rob Liefeld do, this guy is by far the best. And out of all the, like, triangle-haired guys that Rob Liefeld has drawn, you can see many of them in X-Force, you can see many of them in Extreme Studios. This guy's triangle hair is the best triangle hair of all. Wildmane, ferocious and cunning, few in the universe can compare with his incredible agility and speed. He has fantastic tracking powers that he conduits through his senses. A master at hand-to-hand combat, he and Cross have been best friends for many years. They met a long time ago while imprisoned by Darkthorn. He carries a heavy dose of revenge in his heart for Darkthorn from a tragic act of evil from his youth. And she just likes to touch his beautiful mane. His wild mane. Warlog 12-1754. We had a lead on Darkthorn. We had just beat some info out of one of his goons. There was going to be a war council meet on the planet Savageon. All the major players were going to be there. The blood-stained words of the goon had it that Darkthorn himself was going to be there to head up the meet. This was a party that the Berzerkers had to crash. Savageon is the crap hole of all planets. The climate is always changing, for the worse. Nice and warm one minute, a raging blizzard the next. Searing heat, typhoons, earthquakes. This place is a weatherman's wet dream. I guess you're gonna reference that in this book for kids. That's great. I guess most kids wouldn't know. They'd just assume a weatherman's dreams were wet from rain. Got a storm moving in your pants. It quickly became our nightmare. We were set up in a major way. New members of Darkthorn's nasty boys were waiting for us. The half-human, half-plasmon cyborgs, known as the Plasmantics. They gas-slapped us as soon as we came out of the portal. When we woke up, we had been shoved hard and deep in this piss-hole of a prison called Black Rot. It's a cool name for a prison, Black Rot. Each of us were in a cell that was to best nullify our strengths. Greylor was strapped into status shackles. The more force he used to free himself, the tighter the pull on the field. In time, it would remove his limbs from their sockets. They had wrapped Psystorm in a symbiotic layer of wrappings that shut down any resistive energy that she could muster. Her plasmatic guard took perverted pleasure in juicing her with charged up nerve blasts. Yeah, oh yeah, how's that feel, baby? Nerve blasts that made you wish you were already dead. Hatchet was a different story. A regular cell, and shackled enough to make sure she couldn't escape. The Plasmatics had left her alone. No rough stuff. In fact, they were very careful about the way she was treated. Hatchet wasn't into pain or anything like that, but she knew this wasn't a good sign. Wildmane and I were in the lowest pit of Blackrock. Our plasmatic guards came in every hour or so to check on us, take a few painful minutes to remind us that they were in bad moods. We could do without this kind of room service. Our gracious guards should be making their rounds pretty soon. Yeah. Nothing like punctual guards to brighten up a prison. Looks like the tough guy Berzerkers are still hanging on board. Good. I haven't fully vented myself of the stress that being a hard-working prison guard can put on you. And you know me, if I don't vent my frustrations, I can get pretty irritable. And we can't have that, can we, tough guy? Whoop! Hey, dog boy, let me explain the prison tunnel plan to you. Bite one. Bad dog. Bad dog. Silence is golden cross, didn't you know? Yeah. Sorry we can't stay and chat some more, ladies. We gotta visit your pals. I think the redhead is starting to dig me. Know what I mean, Cross? You two will be the first ones I kill. I promise you that. Moab, Tyrus has been waiting for you. You know that he doesn't like to wait. Shut up, you decomposing piece of crap. Tyrus knows where I've been. Unless you want to end up an ashtray, keep that washerwoman's tongue in your crusty mouth. Understand? Yes, I understand, Moab. Good. I made all of the rounds, Tyrus. All of the Berzerkers are locked in. My people are debriefing them as we speak. I put the word out to the legions of Decay that it was you who nabbed the Berzerkers, just as you'd asked.
Yes, as I asked, and as I planned. I have done what no one else has even come close to doing. I have crushed the Berzerkers, and captured Princess Jasmine from that rascal Aladdin. Ha ha ha! No, it doesn't say that. Not even the illustrious Darkthorn has been able to do what I have done.
There's a lot of voices in here, guys, just so you know. It's really hard for me to try to keep them all straight.
Moab, give me the status of your latest scouting party. Have they found the shoot port?
No, Tyrus. They have not reported in over 2 days. The communication station has had no word. I'm afraid this will be the 3rd scouting party we've lost in 2 weeks. I could arrange to have men go up in aerials. They might be able to spot a way into the Darklands from above.
That will not be possible, with this fickle planet's weather changing at every turn. So his whole goal, though, is dimensional domination, is everything.
Domination for the great Darkthorn, correct, Tyrus?
Oh, thanks.
Leave now, Moab. Prepare another scouting party for the Darklands. I have business to attend to.
As you wish, Tyrus. Ah, yes.
So this is good. This is a good part. We get a little bit of backstory here on Wildmane.
Hey, Cross. This crap'll bring back the same memories for you as it does for me, Cross.
Yeah, bad ones. You were just a pup then, full of piss and vinegar.
More like hate. I'll never forget what Darkthorn did to my planet, my people, my family. Darkthorn and his forces had destroyed my village, killed or enslaved all of my people.
Primitives like you do not deserve to live. Your uses are minimal. The fur on this one is pleasant to the touch. It would make an attractive rug for my private headquarters. Skinner!
Ah, no! They made me watch. That was the last time I cried.
That's intense. I'm just gonna say that's pretty intense. Excuse me. I need to talk to you.
So talk. We're not going anywhere at the moment.
You are the ones known as the Berzerkers, yes?
Yeah, that's no secret. And you are?
I am called Dio. Ronnie James Dio. No, it's just Dio. I am called Dio. I am the captain of the Gramlon Legion. My group was ambushed and captured by Tyrus and the Plasmantics 3 servo moons ago. I am all that is left of my legion. Tyrus killed the others. For sport. Darkthorn has placed Tyrus in charge of this dreadful rock to oversee the captives of his wars, and most importantly, to find and control the shoot port.
Shoot port. Spill it.
The shoot port is a multi-dimensional portal created by the ancient race that once lived on this planet. It is said that the shoot port can transport parties to an interweb of desired landings by a thought process link with the portal. To control it would be to control all universes. Everything.
No crap.
I have been programmed with a cranium cyber chip that will show me the way to the portal, but I cannot do that from within the walls. But I cannot do that from within these walls. I need to escape.
Looks like we all have a common goal.
I like it when we share.
Death! Death! Death to the Berzerkers, and all that oppose the might of Darkthorn. Yes, death! Death, 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 blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so what's going on with the chick? Oh, the dream again. Over and over. Can't seem to escape it. I gotta shake it. Bad omen. Can't ever go back to Darkthorn. Never. Why do I keep having that same damn dream? I gotta get out of here. Gotta find my war hatchet. Spilling some plasmatic blood will keep the dream away. Look at that big lump. He's gonna rip his own arms from their sockets. If he's that stupid, he deserves it. It'd be a real shame to fry this shapely body of yours. That'd be a real waste, you know. A few more zaps might make you a little more willing, eh? Ma! No, somebody help me. He's gonna kill me. Ah! Arr! No, he's gone primal.
What the hell is going on in there? Electro prod all charged up and ready to fry. The little bastard is gonna pay for my spilled grog. He has gone primal.
Save me. He's already killed the other. Save me.
Get back, you friggin' flea bag. Get back. Rah, kill. Oh, wham! Lick some floor, Krusty. Get the prod, Dio.
Got it. Murderer! Just jams it right in his mouth. Sweet.
Going down.
Skunk.
Now, let's take that temperature. See if you got a fever. Oh yeah, you're burning up, pal.
Here, I've got the key device.
Good. Let's put it to work and get the hell out of here. We gotta bust our friends out, Dio. Where are the other max cells?
Down this way. These two guards are just sitting here. And they instantly drop. Cigar's still dangling in the air, though. That's fun, right? We got him. Oh, no. More trouble for them.
Come on, little pretty. It's time to play nice with old Drunga. Oh, yeah.
Split.
We're gonna need some firepower to bust out of here, Dio.
Say no more. Walk this way, my friends.
Greylor made a nice entrance for us. We all went in the next room. The sweet smell of gun cleaning oil hit my nose like the perfume of an angel. When I saw the contents of that room, I prayed my heart was strong enough to take the sight. It took our collective breaths away. Weapons. Lots of weapons. Not only our own weapons that were swiped from us, but new weapons. Nice, shiny, high-tech, shove-em-up-their-butts bad guy enemas of justice.
Excellent writing.
It was time to put on the big hurt. Those plasmatic goons decided to bust up our little breakout party. It was up to us to show them the way out, and we had to do it Berzerker style. Wildman was kind enough to demonstrate the two-claw crawl. His dance partner was a quick learner. Me, I was eager to try out the new pair of twin mega heat-seeking .50s. I was making some beautiful music. Hatchet was right in the middle of her own Howl at the Moon death dance. She was the only one cutting in.
Pretty witty dialogue here.
Get off of me, woman!
Oh my gosh.
Ah, the fools. Minnie will die for this.
Lord Tyrus, the Berzerkers have escaped. The Legionnaire Dio has gone with them. We have questioned a fellow inmate of the cell. He reported before his death that they are in search of the shoot port in the Darklands.
The Darklands, eh? Very well. Prepare the Plamantics in mask. We will follow them into the darkness. Let them find the shoot port, as well as the deaths.
Wow. How is this even happening right now? Why is this happening? I don't even understand. Why is Cobra Commander here and Cable and Snake Eyes and Princess Leia dressed up as a Tusken Raider? I don't understand. How is that possible? Well, it doesn't make any sense. No, I don't. Why? What does this mean? I don't understand. There's not a missing page. This makes no sense. But I love it anyways. So, I mean, hey, this is the Berzerkers, right? And here's Dan Fraga, the man behind it, right here. He's a penciler, inker, and lunatic from Walnut Creek, California. He loves Mountain Dew, OSF, Jeeps, Babyface, Cameron Diaz, Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, Andy Kaufman, my family. They're my favorite family. And killing lizards. I spelled Quentin wrong and Tarantino wrong. That's really weird. He despises fake loser people, farts, rutabaga pie, and Crazy Mouse. Because Crazy Mouse keeps following him, I guess. I don't know. How he got into comics? I'm a lucky freak who bugged Rob till he gave me work. Influences are Jack Kirby, Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, Art Adams, and kick-butt action movies by Tarantino, Cameron, Wu, etc. Working on Berzerkers? I'm just jacking it. Kirby, that is. Future plans? Music, Hollywood, doing damn good comics, and killing more lizards. Spare time? Music production, movies, reading, and killing lizards. Parting words? I told you I hate farting. Oh, you said parting. Wax the cutty-yak. Give it 2 coats. Thanks, Rob. I'll let you gentlemen determine what waxing the cutty-yak means. It'd be inappropriate for me to explain waxing the cutty-yak. But you should wax the cutty-yak, ladies. Question of the month. Which cartoon babe would you date? Dan Fraga. Princess Jasmine from the Berzerkers. From Aladdin. Eric Stevenson. Herbie the robot. Kurt Hathaway. I'm currently seeing Smurfette, but I have my eye on Bones Grandma Ben. Tom Cueball Ryder. Josie and her Pussycats. Brent Braun. Jezebel Jade from Johnny Quest. So, there we go, This is oh my gosh, there was a Riptide. This was just a one-shot probably, I would think. Before posing for the leading men's magazine and being forced from the Youngblood team for her indiscretion, she was involved in the gruesome deaths of the men on the diving expedition from which she initially gained her powers. Murder or accident? Find out the truth in Wet and Wild, Riptide #1. Yeah, Riptide posed nude for men's magazine. That was in Team Youngblood. I've been tempted to actually pull that out for Rob Liefeld Appreciation Month because it is a pretty big issue of Youngblood. But we only have so much time in a month. So I guess I have to save it for some point in the future, huh? Guess so. Glory and Friends Bikini Fest. Art by Mike Diodato, Steve Platt, Rob Liefeld, Dan Fraga, and a ton of other awesome people in the flesh in 95. Oh, the toys. There you go. Oh! Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Terror never rests in peace. So, this is the Berzerkers. This was a 3-issue miniseries from Extreme Studios and Image Comics that ran in 1995 and shows you one of the other of many teams Rob Liefeld had cooked up in his very fertile imagination. And you know what? It's interesting because in the beginning, I said I wasn't going to read the whole thing, and I did end up reading pretty much the whole thing. I skipped over, a little bit of exposition that the villains were engaged in. But this actually got to me, pretty well, reading it out loud to you. I kind of just skimmed through this one. I always say that I read every comic book before I review it, and this one was just I don't know what it was. I was just kind of skimming through it, but as I started to read it to you guys, I was like, okay, I'm actually having fun reading this, and I'm glad we did, because the Berzerkers was pretty fun. I would actually go track down issue 2 and 3. I know they're available on mycomicshop.com, and I might be able to find them in my comic shop, my local comic shop, that is, but as I've said, the stuff we're kind of getting into now is a little bit trickier to find at a comic book shop, at a brick and mortar store. So I might actually just have to go online and get these because I'm interested. These characters, well, this one and this one and this one endeared themselves to me while reading it. These two, not at all. Well, and why is her hair orange here? Well, I guess it's... Okay, well, she's a ginger. Hot little one. Okay, that's the Berzerkers. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe and hit that ding dong for notifications. If you love Rob Liefeld Appreciation Month and you appreciate me getting this love fest going here on Crypto Comics, please go to megawattcomic.com and check out my comic book. Yeah, that's right. I have a comic book, believe it or not. It's called Megawatt versus the Vampires of the Sun. And it's available right now on Kickstarter. We are trying to hit our goal by Halloween. And we have some awesome stretch goals planned too. It's a bright, colorful comic book, just as bright and colorful as this bad boy is. And it has a very intriguing, engaging 21st century plot about a group of beautiful young Mexican women who have been abducted by a coven of bloodthirsty vampires who are going to use their blood because there's something in some of these girls' blood that allows these vampires to walk in the sun. And if the vampires can figure out how to harness that, well, they can change the entire world. No longer will vampires have to lurk in the shadows. They will walk amongst us, and they will rule. So, go to megawattcomic.com, and please pick up my comic book on Kickstarter. It would mean the world to me. And as always, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back tomorrow with another one of these harder to find Rob Liefeld comic books, these more obscure Liefeld books from Extreme Studios. And really, this is kind of like if we were charting the course of Rob's career, which we are, and we haven't really talked about this, but now's probably a good time. Rob started doing stuff like this, and he was putting out huge amounts of content, and I was loving it. But I think that some of the folks at Image were growing tired of Rob's antics, maybe. Maybe. And it would only be another year or so before Rob found himself leaving Image Comics. And one of the things that I personally think one of the things that really drove a wedge between him and the other creators was the creation of Maximum Press. And that's been described before in the history of Image Comics, that Rob creating his own publishing company, Maximum Press, it didn't bode well. It didn't taste right to the other founders. And we're going to get into Maximum Press. And this is kind of what's going to lead us into it, or the next couple 3 books we're going to do with the Image eye on them. So stay tuned tomorrow for Maximage, right here on Rob Liefeld Appreciation Month at Crypto Comics.